For a chance to win a custom Sprinter van, go to omaze.com/adventure. Stay tuned and we'll give you more details about it later on in this episode. There are no stoplights on any of the San Juan Islands.
How amazing is a beach full of driftwood? We've only seen this in movies.
It set you free, Mr. Crab. Hi. He's waving.
These are some crazy huge boats everywhere in this harbor.
Isn't this a fun thing? It's like, oh yeah! We're Brittany and Drew, and we've been exploring the world by van for the past 6 years now. And this is our home, Spirit. So click subscribe and let's see where this wild and wonderful adventure takes us all. But first, let's take in a deep breath and let it out.
Got a dopamine rush, got a major league crush when you're next to me. Got my heart upon my sleeve, can I hide the way I feel when you're next to me, girl? Got the kick in every move and I fought just like a fool for you, for you. Wish I knew just what it was, but why should I make a fuss? Just stay next to me, girl, next to me, girl. Something special, don't know why, something special that I like about you, about you.
Look what I found. Always looking for water sources of where we can fill up the van. Running and biking allows us to scout the land and look for some of those gems.
Am I the only one to see? Got me down on my knees, taken by your gravity. And I just know you got that something special about you.
You can see Mount Baker all the way out there.
A total of about 8 miles later, and we were a real hot mess, in need of a real treat, which came in the form of marina showers that thankfully offered us more than the 2.5 gallons of hot water we were used to in our van. And these had some serious water pressure. Sorry we didn't end up showing you the rest of our breakfast. We got in a little bit of a kerfuffle.
A fluffle?
A kerfuffle.
Did we fluff each other's feathers?
We did.
But now they're all smooth and back in order. That breakfast was delicious.
It was. So
there's a lot of exciting stuff to see and do on this island, and on our run we found a water spigot and we're gonna go fill up the van.
let's go. That's part of van life on an island. You gotta find like the limited resources,
Yeah,
you know?
it's kind of like a scavenger hunt for chores, which makes it a lot of fun.
So let's go. Next thing.
Go
Water!
time team adventure.
Remember this spot? I'll show you how it's done.
You're my water girl today.
I'll be your water girl any day.
Love it, babes.
Water girl for life. Something that I want to say is that Drew and I are continuously giving thanks that we get to explore these beautiful places, and we feel so grateful that we get to share this with you all who are still in quarantine mode. We want you to know that quarantine will not last forever. These beautiful places will be yours to explore again soon, and even just doing something in your own backyard can give you that same feeling, the same fresh air, the feeling of grass or dirt between your toes. It's so important for us.
With that being said, as we drive to our first destination, we wanted to take a quick minute and tell you about the kind sponsor of today's episode, Omaze, who's giving you the chance to win your very own Mercedes-Benz 4x4 Sprinter van.
As you all know, we love having our home with us everywhere we roll. But oh man, if we had a 4x4, talk about the feeling of being limitless. And on top of that, Van Smith is throwing in $60,000 worth of customizations. These can range anywhere from a fresh water system, a beautiful cedar ceiling, and a 100-watt solar power system. Plus, there are a ton of other options.
Our favorite part, though, is that every donation will support Access Fund, which is a national advocacy organization that promotes responsible rock climbing and conservation of climbing environments.
So, for your chance to win this Mercedes-Benz Sprinter van that you too could experience island life with, and so much more, while also supporting the awesome cause that is Access Fund, visit omaze.com/adventure, and you'll get that much closer to realizing your very own van life dreams today. Why do you have your hands in your pants?
Does anybody else have this problem where when you put your pants through the wash, the drawstring just doesn't come out the other side, and you can't go anywhere?
So frustrating.
Because you can't hold your pants up because you can't tie your drawstring.
You're using tweezers.
I'm trying. I feel like a victory is going to happen real quick here. I can feel the other end, but I can't shimmy it through. Oh, that was close. Yes! 2 drawstrings!
Now we can go to the lavender fields.
It smells so good.
They're actually not as purple as I thought. We later learned that the peak of purpleness, as it's called, is from July to August, but it was still fun to experience one of the largest lavender farms in the country.
I am in there.
Ooh, they're a little dry now. They've already harvested the lavender, but if you squeeze them, your hands smell like grandma's soap.
What's your hand? You guys smell that?
You smell it?
Mm.
There's over 40 kinds of lavender in here. We were just reading the plaque. And all of the lavender in this field, it was all planted in the year 2000. So this is 20-year-old lavender.
And they've had a lot of different experiments to figure out which variety will grow the best in this climate.
Yeah, this one's doing pretty super.
Yeah.
The super lavender, I think that's what it's called.
The super stuff. Look at this.
Smells so good. I can even smell it through my mask. Wow.
A lavender soap.
What can I get you?
Do you recommend the ice cream sandwich or the 2 scoops? Ooh, look at that.
Ooh, that's gonna be good.
Mmm.
Caught your first bite. I miss the lavender flowers.
It's really decadent.
Snip, snip.
That's all we need. We can offset the smell of our running clothes.
Yeah, it smells pretty bad up front. Lime Kiln Point State Park, where we are right now, is the only park in the entire world where you can go whale watching. It's like made for that reason, and over 100,000 people come every single year with the hopes of seeing an orca. So we might actually see a whale.
I really want to see a whale.
Me too. If anything, at least we'll get pretty views.
Ooh. There's a whale!
Our first whale of the trip. This little
Beautiful
guy.
orca whale.
Yeah.
This is K5 Stealth. This was the elder male.
Of K-pod. I guess there's I think there's about 5 or so pods of whales out there, and that must be one of them.
He's not in kindergarten. Not in 5th grade.
K5.
The leaves are really turning, babe.
Yeah, it is. Did you know that the San Juan Islands actually get 276-ish days of sun a year? And
This is one of them.
This is one of them. And half of the rain of Seattle and Portland.
Wow.
It's in its own perfect little corner.
You would think because of some of the foggy mornings that we've experienced out here,
Yeah.
that they'd be a lot more comparable to Seattle and Portland.
But I guess not.
I think because it sits off the coast, must be part of the topography.
Ooh.
Ooh.
We kept a keen eye out for one of the 3 southern resident orca pods, which we later learned can be seen from this spot any and every day of the year. With our eyes fixed on the horizon, we did spot such things as a happy pod of kayakers and the iconic Lime Kiln Lighthouse, which was built back in 1919. And though we hadn't spotted any whale, we were lucky enough to be there on such a clear day that we could see Canada. These are international waters in front of us. This is actually the Harrow Strait. There's like one spot that is so deep, it is the depth of the Space Needle and a half. And look at this picture. It makes the ginormous orca whales that eat, what is it, like 300 pounds of fish a day?
Yeah, 300 pounds of food.
They look like little minnows in the depths of these waters.
Crazy. 900 feet deep. And as Brittany mentioned, this is Canada. You're looking at Victoria Island.
So close! We love and miss you!
We almost saw you in Montana, and now we're seeing you from Washington State.
Sending you love.
Sending you lots of love, our Canadian friends. So the lady was closing up the little shop in the lighthouse behind us, and she said she did not see any whales today, but she saw the J-pod yesterday, and there were 22 whales, orca whales, in that pod.
And that's one of the endangered pods.
Yeah.
And the thing is that there are a ton of salmon right now, and
Yeah.
that's why they were moving north. So she said it was really great to hear that there's a lot of salmon in the ocean. That is
Yeah.
something that has come out of 2020 that is a beautiful, great thing for our endangered orcas. I also wanted you to know, in 1978, they created a whale hotline.
No way. I
Yeah.
didn't even realize that.
Yeah, so you just call and you're like, I see a whale. And so basically every month of the year, you can see whales out here. How many more? Oh, definitely feeling that run.
We were down there, there's the kiln, and we realized that we missed this board up on the hill because people were up here. We were social distancing.
Doing our job. Basically, lime comes from limestone, which is formed by marine skeletons over thousands of years. And the limestone that was found on these islands, the San Juans, was the purest known in the 19th century. And so when they would burn the limestone and that pure, amazing lime would come out of it, they would use this in the production of steel,
Cement, paper,
paper,
plaster.
and apparently lime is like way reactive with water, so it was really dangerous cargo. And when they would ship it to San Fran, Portland, or Hawaii, so many ships burned because of it. So,
And these were ships being sent out to sail in the 19th century, the early 19th century.
crazy.
They had to ship the lime across island to Friday Harbor and load them on these boats.
Now we know. Hey, pretty girl. Hey, beauty. What is this place?
Wow, it's a yellow submarine.
We all live in a yellow submarine.
Look at the strawberry house. Who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
Beautiful.
How fun. Do you see what I see? Alpacas! I love how they shake their heads to get rid of their little ear flies.
Did you know that alpacas have to at least live in a group of 3, because otherwise they get very lonely?
How cute.
And these guys look really happy. They got a whole herd.
Yeah, they do. We made it to our next destination. What are you learning over here?
I'm learning all about the English camp. So in 1859, the killing of a pig here on the island led to a dispute that put basically the British and the Americans at the brink of war over territorial disputes.
It's the last time that the Brits and the Americans were in opposition on the US soil, which is crazy.
What's cool is that both nations' troops were able to set up camp here on San Juan Island. The Americans were down in the American camp. The English were in the English camp right here.
South End, North End.
Yeah, while they studied the dispute. And then later on there was peace and the English went home.
Peace for all.
If you've been following us for a while now, then you know that Drew and I bought a used camper van in England for our 2.5-year honeymoon across Europe and North Africa.
It was a Ford Transit with a right-hand driver's seat and left-hand stick shift.
We bought him in Sidcup, and so it only feels fitting that we would find ourselves in the British camp.
That is a suburb of London, so right in the mega city itself is where we found the Howlin' Yowler, our beloved van.
Maybe we'll find some tea and scones.
Or maybe an English breakfast, 3 rashers and a bap.
As long as there's no black pudding. But
Ugh, nobody likes black pudding.
that was actually mostly Scotland, but still.
There were many delicious treats over there. I could go for some fish and chips right about now.
Yeah, me too. Actually, no. I liked my mushy peas and chips.
I like it. You were, yeah.
I was just
No.
dreaming about England.
I think we found the Queen's Garden.
A miniature one.
Are we at Buckingham Palace?
I don't think so.
With excitement and joy.
Apparently, the British camp was way better kept than the American camp, and I think it was because this location was so close to Victoria.
That was a big reason, and unlike the American camp that had a lot of their requests for renovations denied, they were well funded here at the English camp, which led them to having 27 structures, really good roads, and a lot of progress made at this camp, so they had to kind of leave something that was well developed.
And according to the plaque, they did have tea time, so tea and scones is confirmed. I would have hung out here.
Me too.
Whoa, all the personal. Wow. Back in the late 1800s, Roche Harbor was originally where limestone quarrying and lime processing began on San Juan Islands, but now it attracts a very different crowd. That's the famous Hotel de Haro right there. Roosevelt stayed there twice, and John Wayne has his like oversized bathtub in there because he used to come here.
I thought he was a cowboy and that he hung out in the desert all the time.
And then he takes a fancy bath right there. Can you imagine him with his cowboy hat, cigarette, sitting in his bathtub? That house looks like a castle. It's amazing.
Castle up there. I wonder if that's a hotel or a house. Explain what you're seeing.
The fecal freak. That is totally the poop boat. It says we take crap from anyone.
Boat's got a dump too, just like vans and RVs.
Yep, that's a boat dump.
These are some crazy huge boats everywhere in this harbor.
These boats are way bigger than our house. Look, this boat almost has the same name as our van.
I think our van's very graceful.
Graceful Spirit. Aww. Wow. No, okay, the crab's amazing, but look at the shrimp over there.
Whoa,
What
those
is
are
that
really big shrimp.
called?
Yeah, it's a prawn. Wow. And you got lobsters over here.
Oh, a Dungeness crab. Oh, wow. I don't want to eat those little guys. It set you free, Mr. Crab. Hi. He's waving. Oh, they're fighting. Look at this. They're about to battle.
I get it.
Confession. I was telling Drew this morning when we were snuggling that I chose 3 words to reflect on for the day. Peace, patience, and then it was another third P word. And I just couldn't remember what it was. I was like, I know there were 3 words. It was like my morning mantra meditation as I was laying there. And then I just remembered what it was, and I realized I had been missing a little bit of that today. But positivity. So peace, patience, positivity. Morning mantra. Try not to forget one of those words because you'll notice.
Let's hit the road.
And to the next spot.
I wish to be something special. wish to be me.
I don't know if you saw that stop sign that we almost flew through,
Nope, we stopped.
but there are no stoplights on any of the San Juan Islands. Isn't that crazy? Not one. One of the best beaches on the island, and we get a bonfire spot.
A bonfire tonight.
We thought it was gonna be all packed because it's a Friday. So happy Adventure Thursday Friday. It's only natural we woke up in Friday Harbor.
Fridays can be tough for van lifers because it brings a lot more people to the outdoors when the weekend happens. And luckily, we get this whole spot. How amazing is a beach full of driftwood? We've only seen this in movies.
It looks like amazing bones or skeletons of, you know, it looks like whale ribs. It's wild.
Hey!
Hey!
It's like I'm in a pioneer settlement.
Looks like you found us a little beachside cabana.
If the weather turns, I'll be in here.
This is all we want, a little tiny house with our van. Right on the beach.
Right on the beach.
Dream come true. Except we'd have to like sleep with a pole between us.
It's a really creative structure. There's a lot of these going down the beach. Well, from my calculations, looks like the sun's gonna go down any moment, and we need to put this thing in the sky.
So capture a sunset ride for us, babe.
Let's do it. That's us.
Cool, guys.
3, 2, 1.
This is our solution for paper recyclables. Fuel.
Look at that. That's some great fire starter.
Great KILN coconut fiber.
Yeah, who would have thought? You gotta fuel the fire from the center. There we go.
Raging!
How's that for a beach fire?
It's the only way that I'm able to be out here right now because it's what? It's probably like 55?
55, 60.
It's a little nippy at night, but that's honestly the best for van life because we don't have an air conditioner. So 55 degrees at night, 75 was the high today. That is paradise for van life.
I'd say this is a great island to be on at this time of the year.
It really is. We are absolutely loving Washington. Honestly, we're thinking of going to look at land that's for sale. It has a barn and an A-frame house, but they're just the shell. So there's nothing on the inside. It needs like all the skins. But I don't know.
You never know with us.
You never know.
A lot of different adventures in our minds brewing.
Then there's Baja. Then there's like all the other national parks. So who
Maybe
knows?
Hawaii again.
Yeah.
You never know.
So if you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe to this channel. We feel so grateful that we are able to kind of find a golden thread through all of this really interesting, different, uncertain time in our world.
We're trying to live in the moment and make the most of this beauty around us, sharing with you guys, bringing you on these epic adventures, and just embracing each other.
Embracing each other. Oh, we'd hug all of you if we could.
All right, guys, we're gonna enjoy the grill we got going, the rest of this bonfire. Staying warm out here.
Cheers.
Cheers. See you guys.
We love you. To win your very own custom dream van, don't forget to check out omaze.com/adventure.